Okay, everybody. So today we're going to talk a little bit about our Preparing Future Faculty and Professionals program, which is probably one of the most underutilized programs I think that we have. And I'm so excited to have you guys here so that you can help us spread the word on how amazing PFFP is and how you can best utilize it to help supplement your professional development. So I'm going to start and I'll just share my screen and share our PowerPoint. But if at any point you have a question, just raise your hand or ask me to slow down or throw something in the chat if you have questions. Okay, thank you so much. And I know that I have someone here that's going to speak on their experience as a PFFP person also. So that will be great to hear from them too. All right. So we're going to take a few minutes and talk a little bit about our Preparing Future Faculty and Professionals program. I can't see a thing now when I start this this PowerPoint. So wait, I'm going to unstart it so that I can share my screen as I record. Hopefully I'll share the right screen. We shall see. It's always fun. You got 3 screens to work with. Okay, tell me what you guys are seeing.
It is the What is PFFP PowerPoint.
Okay, great. Okay, which means you're going to see something else when I do this. Now, what do you see? Do you see it in the screen point mode, or do you see it in a different mode? You see it? Okay.
It's still in editing mode, as Jennifer said.
Okay. All right. And that's the wrong screen that I'm sharing. Okay. Yes, better. All right, perfect. Okay, great. Thanks, y'all. I appreciate it. That helped me out a lot. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about PFFP. And for you guys who have set in on a PFFP session or you were a part of our PFFP Pathways Conference, you might already be familiar with our program. My hope is that you are familiar with it. So, but if not, this is going to serve as your orientation. So you already have some credit towards completing the program just by attending today. So that's really cool. All right. So we're going to talk a little bit. I want to share with you all that PFFP actually stands for Preparing Future Faculty and Professionals. And it started out as PFF, which was really just focused on faculty members. That was started in 1993 by the Council of Graduate Schools and the Association of American Colleges and Universities. And that was developed to really think about this mismatch between what we train our doctoral students to do versus what a school might actually need. So I think schools are great at training you to do the research and the didactic work, but that's not all a faculty member will need to do. That's not all a professional in industry would actually have to do. So PFFP is really plans to address all of those different things. And that's why we started it and launched PFFP on this campus. All right. So PFFP is designed to introduce you guys to a full range of professional responsibilities in research, teaching, and service for the folks who are interested in the academy and being a professor. And then for folks that are interested in a non-academic career, professional career options for folks who are more interested on that PFP start. So when we think about PFF, we're thinking about people that may be interested in faculty positions, and then people who are more interested in industry or professional or even nonprofit positions. PFP. But if you don't know which side you're leaning towards, that's fine. That doesn't matter either, okay? Because we'll give you a broad range of things that you can take a look at as you go through this process. So PFFP here began in 2012, and the goal was to partner with departments and industry and community partners to make sure that students got the non-academic and academic training that they needed to move to another position successfully. So in a few minutes, I'm going to take you guys to our PFFP website. But what we do as PFFP is we offer events and workshops that are focused on developing folks in teaching, research, service, and that organizational and business professional development side. So you probably are maybe familiar a little bit with some of the programming that we do. We have an annual conference where we feature our 3-minute thesis competition, but also we do monthly workshops. And the one next month is on leveraging your job search and refining your job search. So I'll talk about that a little bit later. But in addition to the ones that we as PFFP provide, as a part of the program, you're going to have access to a comprehensive list of workshops that are happening all over campus. So that's really cool because you're going to be able to pick out all the things that really are great for you, right? And so you're able to customize your own plan for professional development through the PFFP program. Right now, you are attending orientation. Yay, you! Great job. And so you already are getting some credit for doing that. But as a part of the program, you'll attend the orientation and you'll complete a capstone project. The capstone project is a reflection essay. And you really just talk about what your experience was in PFFP. So I'm going to give you a quick overview. This is our most recent, one of our most recent PFFP completers. I always have people come in and take a picture with their certificate and with me so that we can have it for our website and our social media. But PFFP is completely free. It's free to apply. It's free to participate. And all you have to do is complete the program application. And when I go to the website, I'll show you guys where to find that application. Now, I've never turned down anybody's application. So don't think that that is a barrier for you. It is not. The only thing that I've ever maybe even given feedback to is with letters of recommendation. It needs to state that I recommend them for the PFFP program. I've had some that didn't specifically say that. So I just asked students to have their writer to specifically state it's for PFFP, okay? So that's really the only thing that I've ever had any issue with. So once you're admitted into the program and become an official PFFP Scholar, we give you a welcome packet, and it usually exists of one of our fabulous pad folios. You can see I've been putting mine to great use. And we have our lapel pins, so we got to get new lapel pins because they all say IUPUI. But right now we're, IU Indianapolis. So I don't know how I'm going to put Indianapolis on a lapel pin, but we're going to figure it out. Then you're going to be added to our Canvas site, and we'll also have your documentation card there and a few other resources on the Canvas site. And then you document your attendance and participation at different workshops, okay? So if you are going to a session that is put on by the Center of Teaching and Learning, you would write that in and have one of the facilitators sign your card or digitally sign that card, okay? So I'll talk a little bit about the program requirements in a few minutes. And then once you complete the program requirements and the capstone essay, you can upload that essay into the Canvas. I'll review it and you will be a program completer. You will get a wonderful certificate like this and also a digital badge that can be added to your LinkedIn profile. And it links back to PFFP, so people will actually be able to see what you were able to do and accomplish through this program. y'all, if I'm going too fast, let me know and feel free to stop me at any point also. So if you're thinking, okay, this has got to be too good to be true, you mean to tell me I can do professional development on my own time for the low cost of free right here at IU Indianapolis and get a certificate and a badge for it? Wait. Yes, you can. You can do that. This is a great program. So how do you apply? Anybody should apply. Okay, grad students and postdocs interested in advancing and gaining insight into their fields and into the academy, definitely apply. This is a live link here, and when we share these back out, we'll share those as well. But in a few minutes, I'll go to our website that also has the application links there, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. So it really just asks you for some demographic information, your degree and career info. It asks you about our mentoring program, because if you did not know, we have a graduate mentoring center here at IU Indianapolis that is also able to provide you with some training. And you can get credit for that program and PFFP if you choose to participate. So if you're interested, we have that as a resource for you as well. It asks you to upload your CV or bio sketch, and then it asks for a faculty letter of recommendation. And as stated previously, with that letter of recommendation, we just want to make sure that it says that you are applying for the PFFP program. After that, we'll add you to our Canvas course. We do announcements there. We also have our program plan there, which is a list of all of the different programs and workshops that are going on that you can utilize for PFFP. So what are these requirements for PFFP? So right now you're getting one unit out of the way, the orientation one, and then there are 6 teaching units, okay, which literally mean you're gonna go to the CTL and do a session on teaching, okay? And that session may be for 1 hour. If it's 1 hour, then you get 1 unit, 1 teaching credit for that, okay? If it's 2.5 hours, then you get 2.5 credits for that, okay? So it's not like a course that you would have to take. It is not a something that is going to take like a wealth of your time. These can be done whenever you have the time and the flexibility to do that. If you already completed with TA orientation, then we can also give you credit for attending those sessions as well, okay? All right, so we'll have 6 teaching units. If you are thinking about this PFF track, which basically means I'm a little more interested in being a faculty member than I am in a non-academic position, okay? So, and you'll do 6 teaching units and 5 research service, organizational, and professional development units. And those 5 research service and organizational and professional development units, that's a really big bucket. So just about anything that you can find that kind of falls into those categories can be utilized to meet those 5 credits. After that, then you complete a capstone essay that is the reflective essay. So the same thing goes for our PFP track. The only difference is that instead of doing 6 teaching hours, you'll do 5 teaching hours and then 6 research service and organizational and professional development credits, okay? So questions about that? I'm one of those teachers that will take the pause. Okay, if you have questions, definitely raise your hand. Feel free to drop your questions in the chat too. All right, so thinking about our PFFP program, how am I going to get these requirements, right? So you're going to find those workshops and events using our PFFP program plan, which is a live and active SharePoint sheet where our graduate assistant, Lauren, she puts all of the events and things that she thinks and we think could be utilized on the plan. Now, if there's something that's not on the plan and you find and you're like, oh, I want to do this, just email us and say, hey, I want to try to do this one. Can I get credit for it? More than likely, yes, you can. Okay. So I've had students do that on several occasions, and we've always been able to accommodate them. Okay. So this person, this is a copy of their documentation card. They have put in all of the different things that they were able to do. And you can see where they also put in the code, whether it's about teaching, research, or organizational. Okay. So I'll just read off a couple of these. This person went to something on virtual teaching and learning. It was from 4 to 5 p.m., so 1 hour, and they were able to get a credit for that. Okay. Then they went on something on the basics of EndNote, right? So they were doing a little research there, and it was from 12 to 1 p.m., so they got credit for attending that. Now, most of these things will probably be something that you would attend anyway. Why not get PFFP credit for doing that? Okay, and for enhancing your own professional development. So you document your attendance using your documentation card, add the facilitator's name or signature if it's in person. If it is online, you can ask them for their digital signature. And that's really easy to do, okay? And the people who do these workshops, they're very familiar with the program, and it's not hard to chat with them about that also, okay? So upon completing that, you can scan this and upload it if you have it printed out, or you can just print it out, have it written in like this person did, and upload it into our Canvas site, okay? And then you'll complete your capstone essay, which is a reflective essay that just shares with us about your experience, okay? So some things that I think are great about the program. One is that there's no real timeline for completing the program. It's very flexible. So if you say, hey, I've done this orientation, but you know what? I don't have a whole lot of time this semester to complete all of this. That's perfectly fine. You have time to complete all of the requirements. Now, I have had students that have started it and completed the program in the same semester. If that's not you, that's perfectly fine. Okay, no problem. All right. So you can complete those requirements and upload it to the card, complete your capstone project. And I only asked for a 1-page reflective essay, but when I tell you, most people, you know, write 2 or 3 pages about their experience and about what they have done in PFFP. That happens often. So that's really cool. If they couldn't even keep it to 1 page, they wanted to continue to write more. So you'll get that certificate of completion there. The badge that can be added to your LinkedIn page. I always like to throw the certificate up because it's really kind of cute. So, and then the badge, digital badge, looks like the badge that you see here on the corner. Okay. All right. So you're probably thinking now, like, you know what? I definitely want to do this. But if you need a little bit more convincing, okay, and thinking about why you want to participate, one, it's going to help you explore a full range of career options and responsibilities and give you some thoughts about mentoring and academic and non-academic careers. We do programming year round. You also have access to LinkedIn Learning, where you can use some of those things as credits as well. So I think that helps to lean towards the flexibility of the program. You can also gain insight into academic and industry positions. We had a panel at our Pathways Conference that was an alumni panel. So we had some alum that were faculty members. We had some that were in industry positions. We had some that were in academia, but were not faculty in staff roles. So it gave a lot of insight into how those alum utilize their degree post-graduation. You can also observe and experience faculty responsibilities and get career coaching and mentoring. I do a lot of that. And then one of the things that I think is cool too is that you can get exclusive access to workshops and events. I remember a few years ago, we had a student that wanted to participate in a particular grant writing workshop. Well, the grant writing workshop, by the time they got ready to sign up for it, it was full. But because they were a member of the PFFP program, I was able to email the organizers and say, hey, I need you to get this student in. And they did it. So very cool, exclusive access like having the VIP card. All right, some benefits for participations, exclusive access to those workshops and events, increased networking opportunities. I think that's really cool. And collaboration skills, access to professional networks. I don't know if you guys know or not, but we have access to the NFCDD, the National Faculty Center for Diversity, and I don't know what the other D stands for, but I'll show you guys that page also. And you have access to it for free. So that's another professional network that you can access. It helps you gain insight into the expectations of your field of interest, professional development opportunities outside of your area. And I think that's always interesting and exciting to see that you can do some things in your area, but you can also gain experience and network outside of your area and outside of your school. Opportunities to expand your mentoring team, because I know that some of these folks have definitely found external mentors by going to some of these workshops, gaining skills that employers look for in applicants, accessing program resources, flexible participation. Like I said, there's no real timeline for completion. And then oftentimes our PFFP workshops can count for other things as well. And again, it's absolutely free. So I know that I have someone online that is going to talk a little bit about their experience. Is Giovanna here?
Yes, I am.
You want to talk a little bit about your experience in PFFP? I'm going to stop sharing this screen.
Sure. So actually for our program, they encourage us to participate in PFFP, and it's a very self-paced program, which is very good. And like Dr. Hardy mentioned, most of these you would want to participate already. So like you're not doing extra work, it's just helping you out and you're getting an extra certificate, let's say. So it's very good. And a couple of things from the courses that I participated that I liked were the fact that you're talking to a very diverse population. Like I'm in the dental school, but you get to talk to people from other areas, and you get to share and see what's different in their areas and what you could apply to your own or like expertise that could help you out. So I thought that was very neat. Another thing that I really enjoyed, one of the courses that I liked the most that I participated was actually preparing for an interview. And I think that's something that we'll all go through, but many times we don't think about until it's like right in front of us and we have to prepare for our interview. So then that just gave me insights on what I should expect, how I should portray myself. So it was very nice. And just courses from different areas and many within my school as well that were offered I could use. So it was great. And if anybody has any doubts, I'm here as well to answer any questions. So thank you.
Thanks so much, Giovanna. Any questions? You can also slide into her DMs. Are there programs, dates, and plans for? Yes. So what I'm going to do right now is I will deviate from the script a little bit and show you guys the website that Cameron's already put into the chat for us. So I'll share another screen so that you guys can see where we house our program plan. Okay, so we're taking a look. This is our PFFP website, and if you are looking for it, when you go to the grad school site, it's under Student Life and Support, and right here, PFFP, okay? So on this page, you'll see a little bit about our orientation. There's an old one from fall that's linked here, but we'll update that one probably with this one after we're done here. And then you see the application, so you can apply to PFFP. And quickly, I'll show you the application. It just asks for some demographic information, campus address and phone, more demographics, grad department, what degree you're looking for, or if you're a postdoc, let us know. What program you're in, and your career aspirations. So what are you thinking about? If you're undecided, that's not a problem. You can say that as well. Also about any teaching assignments, fellowship assignments. If you're interested in our mentoring program and programming from our mentoring center, we want to make sure that you have access to that too. And then what are you thinking about? Have you attended an orientation? You guys can put that you attended today, and then upload your CV. And you can upload the recommendation letter, but if you have a recommender that would rather send it directly, they can send it to us at pffp@iu.edu. And I'll share that also again with you guys too at the end of the presentation. So in the applications, I want you to list just current ones. Yeah, just current ones. So the prior ones will probably be on your CV. Is it mandatory? Yes, it is. And I'll tell you why, but it doesn't have to come from your mentor. I did not get my PFF, and this is back when it's PFF. I did not get my letter of recommendation from my primary mentor because my primary mentor thought I was scattered as a grad student, but I knew what my goals were. So I actually got another person, a staff members, to write my letter of recommendation. Now, don't go telling the people that Dr. Hardy said I didn't have to go through you. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that for this program, we need a letter of recommendation from someone that supports you as you are going through this program, okay? Or suggest that, yes, this would be a good thing for you to do, okay? If you're distance-based, yes, you can participate because a lot of what we have on our program plan, I'm going to show you that, which is linked right here. I'm going to show you that in just a second. A lot of it is online, and a lot of webinars can be utilized, and we can also utilize the trainings that are in LinkedIn Learning. So I'm going to pop this up. This page is, I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller so you can see it a little better. But we've refreshed this page and we redo this page every semester and as things pop up. So I think I sent my graduate assistant 3 things earlier this week to add to the program plan. So as we find workshops, especially anything that's free, we go ahead and put that on our PFFP plan. There are also some things that are recorded that we have links to that are there. So I'm gonna just kind of show you guys this plan, which is really curated by my graduate assistant. And so she goes through and she'll take a look at all the things that we've already done. But there are lots of things that are on our PFFP YouTube list that you can see, and has financial aid resources just popped up, but lots of other things that we've done in the past will pop up that you can utilize. That was the fall orientation, but because you're here, you don't need that. Other things that were recorded. This is coming from our CERTL network, and you can access the CERTL network by just putting in your IU email to the CERTL with any of the CERTL events. So this one's on research mentor training, mindset to mastery inclusive teaching course. So any of that, if you attend those sessions, you'll get 1.5 credits per session, okay? Better teaching through neurodiversity. So you can take a look at that one as well. That's coming up in March. But this is really flexible because you're able to look and pick out the things that you want to do. These, I think, are coming from our Center for Teaching and Learning, using Pressbooks. Are your students keeping up? Find out with Canvas Analytics. So we get a lot of our teaching ones from our Center for Teaching and Learning, getting started with the Scholarship of Teaching and Learning. So lots of different choices here. E-portfolios. E-portfolios are one of my favorite things. And I definitely, honestly, I suggest everybody do an e-portfolio. I'm gonna work on mine this semester. But e-portfolio recipients and sharing Plater More is coming up in April also. Some other things. This is from the FAPDD, which you also have access to by just adding in, you have institutional access to it. So when you click on their website, choose your institution, IU Indianapolis, and you'll be able to do any of these workshops. This one's on grant writing, NIH funding, and beyond, which we know is a rapidly changing subject. Stepping Stones in Women in Leadership. I actually got some great feedback from one of our PFFP scholars. It said that that was one of their favorites, and they wrote that in their capstone essay. So you got lots and lots of different options on grant writing, budget, and budget justification. Who doesn't need that one? So a lot of different options, and you probably, before this moment, did not know that you had access to it or could get credit for doing that. Okay. So these, I think, are from CareerX and our partners in the School of Medicine. How to be assertive in a professional setting. Might need that. Finding career learning experiences, interpreting interview questions. So lots of different things. Interviewing is a two-way conversation. And most of them are on Zoom. So for my distance learners, you can participate and do a lot of this work online, okay? So there's a long list of resources here. We're constantly adding things to the list too. And as you guys tell us about things, we share that as well. Again, LinkedIn Learning, you all have access to LinkedIn Learning, and there are lots of different courses that can be taken through LinkedIn Learning. All we need for the virtual programming is a screenshot. So we want to make sure that you have and provide a screenshot for us so that we know that you went through that process. If the programming that you're doing is online, also just provide us with a screenshot to document it. Can't be the title page screenshot though, because you know everybody can sit through the title. Make sure it's one that goes as a part of the subject area. Okay. What other questions do you have? Other questions? Okay, I'll give you some time to think about it. I'm going to go ahead and share a little bit more. I think. Okay, is it sharing the right screen? I don't know if it is. Maybe not. Okay, can you guys see these quotes?
We can see them.
Great, thanks. All right. So these are from our completers, quotes from their capstone essays. I'm not going to read all of these, but I do like to point out a couple of them. Robert said if a trainee is unsure about participating in the program, I'd say just do it. They can attend events that they find interesting and at their own pace. And I didn't see any drawbacks to the program for participation, only positives in their future endeavors. Carmen said, my approach to my interaction with students through mentorship has become more meaningful and empowering. To the organizers of the PFFP program, I'm grateful for the program to serve as a gap filler to transition from academic training to a professional career. So some great positive things, and we continue to hear great positive things about the program. So we certainly hope that you will take the time to apply and to participate. The other thing I'll also say is that if you're like, okay, I'm not sure still, but you want to participate in a few things, go ahead, just document those on your own. And we can use those as when you decide, hey, I'm going to apply for a PFFP. But there's no, like I said, applying is very low stakes. I let everybody in. I do. So the only thing I might do is ask about your letter of recommendation, but I'll let everybody in. Welcome. If you would like to apply, we will definitely welcome you to our PFFP program. So the other thing I want to mention is our PFFP Pathways Conference. These are some shots from last year's conference, our 3-minute thesis competition. So we host our conference where we have seminars on teaching, research, and service, professional career panels, networking opportunities, but we also have our 3-minute thesis. The 3-minute thesis is open to our PhD students, and the 3-minute pitch is open to our master's and professional students. This is a live link, so it will take you to our past PFFP 3-minute thesis winners. This is our winner from last year, Kaylin Billingsley, and she will represent us at the Midwest Association of Graduate Schools meeting in April. Next year, save the date, the PFFP Pathways Conference is going to be on November 13th. So if you're already thinking about it and you're thinking, oh, I want to do 3-minute thesis, or oh, I want to attend this conference next year, it's also free. So you can have access to that. Okay. Yeah, they did do a great job. They did a great job. Some other ways to engage. On February 20th, we will have a session with David Hurd on refining your job search. So if you're looking for a job, or if you're just thinking about the job process, then you might want to go ahead and attend this one. If you've ever had or filled out one of those Indeed searches and they send you all of these jobs that don't mean a thing to you, you definitely might want to think about taking a look at this one. Okay, that's February 20th from 4 to 5. It's also online, so my distance folks can participate. Writing in Community happens on Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays is in person in our grad common space. On Thursdays, it is hybrid from 8 to 10 a.m. So you can meet our facilitator upstairs in the grad common space, or you can meet with them online. And the QR code there will take you to the registration there. LinkedIn Learning allows you to do asynchronous virtual opportunities. So you can go to LinkedIn Learning and do those lessons whenever you want to. We have our mentoring dialogues with the Graduate Mentoring Center. Some of them are midday, some of them are at the end of the day. Now, I kind of mentioned to you guys, the Center for Teaching and Learning does a lot of our teaching focused sessions, and they have a couple of them planned for this semester. One I think is on using AI in teaching, and the other one I think may be involving doing a teaching philosophy. The Certle Network is another way to get involved, and I kind of mentioned that as we look through the program plan, because they have a lot of different programming that you can use there. And then the National Center for Faculty Diversity, which you have access to through our institution. Okay, so any of those can definitely be options. Would leadership classes or classes that teach you about being a manager or supervisor count towards the program? I probably would need to see the syllabus before making that decision, but it's likely that it would, or at least some parts of it we could count. Other questions? How do we get the link to join in the writing community? I'm gonna drop that link in the chat. I'm gonna just throw it in there from our calendar. But Cameron, if you can get to it first, that's fine too.
Oh, it's a race. Let me see if I can get to it first.
I think you might beat me. I don't know. I'm pretty good though. You might win. Are you winning? It is a rolling application, so no, there's no deadline to submit. Yep. Other questions? I'm giving Camera a head start.
Wow, you're so nice to me.
All right. Any other questions? I'll also show you guys where to find this. I'm gonna stop sharing this screen and share this other screen. But just about anything on the planet that you want to find, you can find it on our website. So I just scrolled down from our homepage down to our upcoming events calendar, grant writers workshop. That is what it is. And so with the writers workshop, it's going to pop up in a second. Register. So I'm going to share this link with you guys and throw that into the chat.
See, y'all, Dr. Hardy is definitely better than me at this. So
I have more experience. That's all it is. That's all. That's all it is. Yes, it is open to postdocs also. Please come join us. And it's really an accountability group. You can have a space where it is designated time to write. And I think that's really helpful. What other questions? Okay, if there are no other questions, then definitely I'm going to drop our PFFP email into the chat. I check it and our grad assistant checks it also. And if you have any questions, anything comes up, definitely just let us know. I'm hoping that I'll see your application really soon so that you can get started on this fantastic program. And we wish you the best this semester as you continue your graduate school journey. Other questions? All good? All right. Thanks, everybody.